We are awaiting the MRI results. As soon as we get them, we will break the news for y'all. So stay with us to hear what happens there. Nah, that's terrible.
Nobody go down, man.
James, I got to ask real quick before I get to the question, because I'm wondering, it's a facility. Y'all going to hear conversations you won't hear anywhere else. And I'm going to ask James a question I don't even know if I'm allowed to ask on television. I'm going to ask anyway.
What's the question?
Rashee Rice got hurt.
Yeah.
ACL.
Yeah.
It was friendly fire.
Yes, it was.
At a football field, friendly fire when your homeboy closes his eyes and bomb, and now you hurt.
It happens sometimes.
So Rashee Rice is furious. Who did this to me? Then he looks up and he sees
it was
Patty.
Number 15.
Patty trying to
He looks up and he sees Patrick Mahomes was the dude who likely ended his season and is going to put him in rehab for the next 6 to 9 months. How mad can Rashee Rice be knowing Patrick Mahomes is the one who did it?
Oh, no, he can't be mad at all, man. He can't be mad at his dog is going out there.
You got a smile on your face like that.
Quarterback just made a mistake. He's going out there to make a tackle. Like you said, friendly fire. Yeah. He knows Patrick Mahomes didn't say, that's Rashee Rice.
No, of course not. Here's my question. Say it was
Acho?
here's what I asked. Yeah. Say it was Malik Neighbors and Daniel Jones.
I don't want to see
James Jones, say it was Malik Neighbors and Daniel Jones. Now how mad can Malik Neighbors be?
I mean, I think you're going to be mad, period, off the injury.
Accident.
But what I'm saying is I don't think that, like I said, it's your teammate. He is.
Why are you asking questions like this?
He is not trying to hurt you.
No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is it's Pat.
Yeah.
So you can't get mad
But to be honest with you, Pat or Daniel, I think the reaction is the same. Like, even if, no, for real. Even if it was me and Aaron, I'd be like, like, bro.
That's Aaron.
I know, but get your head up, bro. I understand the frustration will be there.
You got your mouth said, you sorry. You doing all type of that. It's like, yo, first of all, you ain't that good. And you hurt me? Yeah. I'm that player.
Why did you have to ask that question?
Because it's a real question.
He's like, yo, you good? Good. But if it's Pat, it's like, game, bro. Hey, I know. Hey, I'm gonna get back. though. I'm gonna get back.
It's an accident.
It's the same thing, though.
It's the accident.
Did you see the response? So last game, not this last game weekend, last weekend.
Yeah.
And after the game, right? Pat Mahomes talking after the game, post-interview. And then Rashee Rice goes, you hear everything he said about Pat? Yeah. Listen, whatever he needs me to do, I'm going to do. I trust this guy. This is my guy, et cetera. Yeah. Ain't nobody named mama talking about Daniel Jones like that.
Still, though, you know.
You mad? You texting your mom on the way to the hospital. Yeah, this bum done got the hurt.
You knew what you're doing, bro. What are you asking that?
Okay, let's get to the real topic at hand. Shady, you won a Super Bowl with Patrick Mahomes.
Yes, I did.
And the Chiefs. You absolutely did your first
Thank you, Pat.
Is Mahomes good enough to overcome? Now Rashee Rice gone, Pacheco gone, Hilaire, I believe, is coming back, running back. Hollywood, Marquise Brown, he's gone. Is Mahomes good enough to overcome all these injuries?
Absolutely. I've been there when I watched him win with the speedy and explosive offense with Tyreek Hills, right? A younger Kelsey, all these type of guys, right? And then I watched him win championships with the worst wide receiver core in football, and they still won. I think he's still that good. I think that's the Chiefs overall, the chemistry that Andy Reid has built there, right, in the culture where the offense can feed off the defense and vice versa. Even if you watch his last game against the Chargers, who's a good team, right, where the Chiefs had a time where they couldn't really score. The defense held them in there, till they tied the game up, and then they took the lead. And I think that with Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid and that defense, they find a way to win. They just know each other. But, yeah, I will say this, though, because I'm going to text my boy Brett Veach, the GM, my guy for a long, long time. He's very, very good at his job, like all pro good. And I want to say, like, they need one more piece, though, because they're trying to three-peat, right? And it's hard as hell to do anyway. And I think that all your guys that you kind of got in addition to this season got injured. Go out there and get your number one somewhere, somehow. Devontae Adams.
Hey, I texted Veach this morning on the right end.
What'd you say?
He needs a trade for a number one receiver. You know what he said?
What?
Nothing. He hadn't. I'm waiting for the text back. Hey, right? You know what I'm saying? Hey, but for real, like, Devontae Adams probably not going to do it. DeAndre Hopkins, though, Amari Cooper, T. Higgins, they're out there. Those guys are out there for him, and you could just go back and...
He ain't texting me back.
Yeah, I know. I was hoping he'd text you back before the show. Veach, come on. I know he watched this show.
He knew he was going on the facility.
Yeah, he knew what was happening. He's in the facility. But I think he's definitely good enough to overcome these injuries. To Shady's point last year, he won with really nobody at receiver last year. Like it was the worst receiver group he's ever had.
Bad.
But you look at this year for Patrick Mahomes, he's off to his worst start through 4 weeks. Passing yards, 904 through 4 weeks. It's the worst in his career. He's 6th passing touchdowns, 4 interceptions. Worst to his career. Passer rating, not even 90. We're talking about quite possibly the GOAT. But it's his first 4-0 record for the first time since 2020. You know why? Because that defense is good, man. Steve Spagnuolo, defensive coordinator, he's really, really good. And I tried to figure out, like, Chase, why are the Chiefs winning so much with a horrible, like, unit, not a horrible unit, but Mahomes not playing well? It's because they don't make the big mistakes. Yeah. And I think that's where Patrick Mahomes grew a lot last year with that receiver core is, hey, I'm going to go up to the line of scrimmage. I'm going to get us into the right place, whether it's a run game, whether it's an RPO, whether it's Travis Kelce, who finally had 7 catches for 90 yards, averaged 13 yards a catch, whether it's punting. A punt is not bad in Patrick Mahomes' mind. You look at the special teams led by Coach Dave Tobe. Harrison Butker is the best kicker in the NFL. Like, they're good. I mean, maybe Brandon Aubrey. Yeah. But I'm biased a little bit. And then you look at defense and what they're able to do with Chris Jones. Chris Jones is playing some of the best ball I've ever seen him play. So it's a real team atmosphere. And so Mahomes understands it doesn't fall on me. He's never had that issue on, like, and he learned last year. It doesn't all fall on me. I have a really good defense. I have a really good special teams. I get to the 40-yard line. All I got to go is from the 20 to the other 40. We're getting points. Just score points. And it's just like, that's what Andy Reid does so well is each game is a different game plan. Just follow the plan to win this game, and then we'll worry about the rest next week.
It's just crazy how the world hates consistent winners. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's all cool. Like, you won a championship. Ooh, Patty Mahomes is the next thing. But now you win another one and another one. Hold on, man. The refs is cheating. All these people is cheating. Like, you hate to see a consistent winner.
Refs.
What are we talking about right now? This man won a championship when his team was really good. And this man won a championship last year when his offense and his playmakers was really, really bad. You understand what I'm saying? But we are sitting here trying to find another excuse of why maybe he cannot. And Patty and Andy Reid keep telling you, yes, we can. And one thing I do know about Andy Reid and Patty Mahomes, just watching them, I've never played for them or nothing, but watching them, they don't waste no seasons.
Yeah.
A trade is going to happen. Andy Reid is not just going to sit back like we're not good at receiver right now. We got hurt. And just, who out there? T. Higgins, Coop, Devontae Adams, right? Bengals might start 1-4. All right? The Cleveland Browns, we already know where they at. They probably going to be 1-4. Devontae Adams and the Raiders, he can be on the market. Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes and Brett Veach, they're not just going to sit back and say, all right, the season will wash because of our injuries and all that. Let's just see if we can climb out of this hole with the young guys we got. A trade is going to happen for sure.
The last 2 seasons, they've traded for a receiver. Darius Toney in 2022 and Mecole Hardman at 2023, right before the trade deadline. To your point, they're going to trade. Is it going to be somebody, like you said, or can it even be like a Christian Kirk? Or Robert Woods, just somebody to give them that edge.
A little something. Well, we will see. They hate each other. They hate each other, and you cannot convince me otherwise. They hate each other. Aaron Rodgers and Robert Saleh do not like each other. It goes back to Aaron Rodgers. He misses camp. Robert Saleh outs him for missing camp, and he didn't even have to say anything about him missing camp. They hate each other. They hate each other. They hate each other. They hate each other. James Jones, you and Aaron Rodgers, y'all boys. Y'all in a group text, so you know better than anybody. Anybody.
My dog, man.
He asked you to come out of retirement?
What they say, that's my dog. I'm stand by.
Right, wrong, and different. Right, wrong, and different.
James, you agree with Aaron Rodgers throwing shade at Robert Saleh postgame?
Absolutely. As a head coach, you don't come up there talking about cadences after pre-snap penalties. This is something that you go over in practice, man, pre-snap penalties. It worked against the Niners touchdown, right? It worked the previous week, explosive play. So you want to come after a game you just lost, and the first thing after a loss, not that, hey, man, Aaron Rodgers, you got to play better, dog. Garrett Wilson, you got to play better, dog. We hold them boys to 10 points, and we lose a football game at the crib. Hey, offense wasn't good enough. I'm good with that, and I don't care what Aaron or Garrett Wilson, whoever says at the podium, if he comes out and says that. Pre-snap penalties? Come on, man. Aaron Rodgers uses the cadence the best out of anybody to ever play this game. And he has free touchdowns and free plays and explosive plays any year he plays. And he's had them this year. So I'm cool with you saying, man, offense was weak. Offense did not play well. We did not even get to 10 points, and we at the house. That's different. But pre-snap penalties and cadence, Aaron is 100% right. Maybe you jump up there and say, man, we cannot be having these pre-snap penalties. It ain't good enough. And it ain't like it's a surprise like Aaron said, hey, a whole new cadence this series. They've been doing it at practice. They've been doing it in the games all year. So I didn't like Robert Saleh's response. I agree with Aaron. I think it is a totally different way to do it. Hold them boys accountable, man. This ain't combative penalties. These is pre-snap.
But here's my question for you, James Jones. Why don't they ever just freaking cover for each other? Y'all been there before. I'm in a meeting.
That
Coach
is
is like,
true.
hey, where's Shady at? Oh, I just seen him, Coach. Yeah, he in the bathroom right now. Knowing good and well Shady ain't even inside the building. Hey, Acho, where Chase at? Oh, Chase just around the corner, Coach. Knowing good and well Chase texts me like, hey, bro, I ain't going to be there for another 15 minutes.
Yeah.
When Aaron Rodgers missed OTAs, Robert Saleh said it was an inexcused absence. He could have covered for him. Now when Robert Saleh messed up after week 4 and said, yo, maybe we should do something about the cadence, Aaron Rodgers, that's one way to think about it. Like, why don't they just have each other's back?
I'm with you on that, but it starts with the head coach. Like, this is not, it's not just Robert Saleh and Aaron Rodgers. It's been Robert Saleh and everybody since Robert Saleh got to the Jets. It's always been Robert Saleh with the backup quarterbacks. It's been Robert Saleh with the media. Like, Robert Saleh very rarely comes up there and says, this is on me. He very rarely says that, to be honest with you, or just ain't nobody good. He very rarely says that. And it ain't just Aaron Rodgers. He rarely says that. But I agree. Aaron could have been like, we'll get it fixed. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hear what the coach said, we'll get. But at the same time, too, when you're frustrated after a loss, when you score 9 points,
I mean,
the snap count's a snap count, dog.
but that's both of them, though, right? I like Robert Saleh, and I do think that it's a lot of coaches don't praise their quarterback like he praised Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
He gets up there and he praised Aaron Rodgers. He gives him a lot of love. And then we talk about even like the unexcused absence he had with Aaron Rodgers, but like he is a head coach, right? I'm not gonna be a liar. Yo, I don't know why my quarterback ain't here, right? That's the truth. You know what I'm saying? So that's one part of it. The second part is like, what's he supposed to say? Because when I read it and then I heard the interview,
Saleh supposed to say?
it was different about it. I felt different about it. Because one is like, okay, if they ask you a question on the spot, how do you respond? Hey man, your offense, good job on defense because he's a defensive coach. They shut him down again with 10 points. Okay, got an all-star quarterback and all these offensive weapons. Hey man, what was going on with the offense? Man, they had all these penalties. Right? He brings it. They bring it up. They ask him a question. He's like, hey, maybe the case is too much for him. Now, I think they're both right because maybe we might dial down a little bit because we can't get it. Obviously, it's not working. But then on Aaron Rodgers' part, it's like, yo, this is part of football. I hate having a conversation about cadence. We talked about it the one day with Williams. Caleb Williams. And I was like, well, yo, we talk about cadence? Yeah. That's like high school Harry type stuff. All I think is when you have a loss, a game you're supposed to win at home, you had all this expectation to be so great as the Jets, you get upset after interviews. We all been there. So I think they both are right. Maybe dial down a little bit, but also make your players accountable. Yo, stay on sides. We know the snap count, they don't.
Especially with
Chase, I need you to educate me on something. One, I love sitting at this desk next to Shady, next to Chase, next to James. I play defense, never played offense. I understand cadence. I don't understand it like y'all understand it. You're a quarterback. I know in Texas they say Monday, that would mean it was on one.
There you go.
Tuesday.
Keep it simple.
He knows. He knows.
Yellow.
Some colors is a hot.
Yellow sometimes it's like, when they say yellow. That means like, yo, it's not going to. As a defender, I know.
Omaha. The next cadence you hear is a hike. Like, football is super simple.
So break it down. Obviously, James, you know Aaron Rodgers. Chase, you played 14 years, a bunch of different teams. Break down cadence for the world. Like, break it down, educate it.
Yeah, I mean, cadence is the only thing that a quarterback can control at the line of scrimmage. So it's really just a mechanism for us quarterbacks to gain information. Right? So if you're gaining information, no one does it better than Aaron Rodgers.
He's the best at that.
There's, hey, on one, ready, blue 80, blazed hot, and it's just like, hey, get up, get going. There's Omaha, ready, blue, like quick count.
Take me through it, bro.
So if you're going through like an Omaha count, it's quick count. You want to catch the defense off guard, right? You want to make sure they're not set, they're not going. That's an Omaha cadence. So you say, hey, you get up to the line of scrimmage, hey, guys, on Omaha, red, blue. And so you're right there, and you just try to get them like it's a run play, or sometimes I do it on a screen because the defense stays back and goes there. You got it on one. You got it on two.
On two, for example.
On two is ready. Blue 80, blazed hot. Hey, kill, ready. Blue 80, blazed hot. Drew Brees did the best two cadence I've ever had. Okay. Aaron Rodgers does the best triple cadence I've ever seen in my entire life. And so what that means is you're going through the cadence 3 times. Ready. Blue 80, blazed hot. Hey, dummy kill, like so. Ready, blue 80, blazed hot. And then they jump off sides. That's where he gets his free plays on. In reality, it's another one. So the offensive line, that's where the issue is. They have to sit in their stances. They can't go off on number one or number two. And look, to James's point, they practiced all training camp. Yeah. No one uses cadence like a weapon like Aaron Rodgers in the history of the game. It will never be done before. That's what he does.
And 12's cadence, 12 always does 2 hikes. Well, 8. Aaron Rodgers always does 2 hikes. So if we're in the huddle, he say, hey, man, strong right, Denver, hey, on triple count. Cool. This is his triple count. Green 18, say, hold on.
That's one.
That's one. But he gives
the
you 2 huts.
inflection in his voice.
Green 18, say, hold on.
And that's when they jump.
That's the double count.
That's when they jump.
And that's usually when they jump. And then he'll go on the triple count again. Green 18, say, hut. And you hike
the play.
Yeah. You know what I mean? But he's special with the cadence. That's why it's a bunch of free plays. I always loved it. Because I'm in my...
get free plays.
Hey, you in that 40-yard dash stance at the combine when he say that triple count.
And now when they go on silent,
it's a whole different thing. That's on the road. So it's the leg kick. And sometimes you see the center looking between his legs. Yeah. Sometimes you see the guard tapping. So that's what he does. I've seen him do 4 legs. So you go on 1, center goes. You go on 2, center goes. And then you're like, oh, I got Aaron Rodgers on this 3rd one. He goes 3, offsides, free play, touchdown. Like, I've never seen, and they have to be able to break the huddle really quickly. A lot of times when he goes triple and quadruple, I guess you would call it, he doesn't even have a play called the first 2. He's just trying to gather information. That's why quarterbacks use cadence to see what coverage they're in. Or if they're a man, I'm going to check to shallow crosses. If they're in zone, I'm going to check to a zone beater. If they're in quarters, I'm going to check to a post, throw a touchdown. That's why Aaron Rodgers, and you've seen it all this year, that's why he's so good.
I just think that, like, any top coach is not going to say, hey, let's dumb down the cadence. I can't even picture Andy Reid saying
it's a weapon.
Yo, man, this is the
cadence is good, too.
Follow it.
Come on, man.
And stay on side. It's our advantage against the defense because they don't know when the ball's being snapped.
Yeah. And that is exactly what he should have answered.
It's an advantage.
What up, YouTube family? Welcome to the facility. Thanks for watching, and you better be sure to hit that subscribe button if you want to get more highlights from the show and all of our exclusive content.